Baron Browning in the house. Thank you so much for joining us, Baron. It's been a fun couple of weeks. When you look at this turnaround, which, by the way, I don't know if you realize quite how much you were been a part of, because you got here, you returned, and then they started a 4-game win streak. So I guess we can just give you all the credit.
Nah, I just been doing my job.
Well, I guess everybody's been doing their job, but it's so great, easy to appreciate this turnaround you guys have made. But can you take us through and explain, like, what are the keys to how this has happened?
I think more than anything, as a defense, we've been winning the turnover about each week going into like that game plan. Coach Payton shows us like the statistics about how teams that win the turnover battle win majority of the games, and how the opposing team, if they lose the turnover battle, they lose games. So I feel like for us as a defense, we've just been trying to go out and create takeaways that give our offense a better chance of, just the higher probability we give them the ball, the more chance they get of scoring, we can win.
Well, I mean, every team talks about turnovers, but you guys have 12 in the last 3 games. That's insane. How have you been able to just create those numbers?
I think just by the way we practice, kind of constantly having reminders, working at that practice, and the team reps of attacking the ball, trying to create turnovers. So I think just the work we put in practice has been translating to the game.
What's it like to see a guy like Jaquan McMillan get his shot, and now he's just, I think he's got 4 takeaways in the last 3 games.
Couldn't be happier for him. I think he deserves everything he has coming his way. He's a hell of a player, and he's a guy who just comes in and works hard, puts his head down, and goes about his business.
Take us inside the outside linebacker room, because when you came back after that Green Bay game, I had asked you about it, and you kind of said you guys were figuring out your identity, still a young group. So where are you guys now compared to, I don't even know, 3-4 weeks ago?
I think we just, like I said it before, we're still hungry. I think we have a great room with the guys we have, Coop, me, Nick, Ronnie Perkins, even the 2 young guys we have, and Marcus Hayes and Thomas. So we just got to keep working and keep crafting. I feel like we in a great spot right now, but, I mean, obviously not where we want to be. And I think the great thing about our room is a very competitive room, and everyone holds each other accountable, and we never, let each other settle. We always hold each other to the standard we want to be, and we just keep pushing each other until we get there. So I feel like as long as we keep working, we'll get to where we want to be. We just got to keep our head down until we get there.
This group, and we know this in this locker room, you guys always believed, no matter what was kind of going on at the beginning of the season, but was it tough at any point to kind of keep trudging through till you guys had this big breakthrough that you've had?
Yeah, it's always tough, especially when you put in a lot of work and you're not seeing the results. But, Rome wasn't built in a day, so, you might not see the success you've been putting in right then and there, but eventually, you'll reap the benefits of the work.
Well, I mentioned earlier, you came back, all of a sudden the team's on a 4-game win streak. But how hard was that for you to sit out the first 6 weeks, deal with injury, especially with what the team was going through?
It was tough. I think more than anything, I learned the value of patience, because I wanted to be out there with my team. I put in a lot of work in the offseason to be ready to help my team be able to win games. So just kind of sitting on the sideline and watching and knowing I can be out there and help contribute to help us win games. It was kind of tough, but, I just trusted the process, and I did everything I could to help my teammates who were playing get ready and just let them know what I was seeing from the sideline until it was my time to get back out there.
So always one of those cliche questions, but does it make you appreciate now being out there a little bit more?
Absolutely. Just kind of going back to after I had surgery, just being on crutches for 7 weeks, and just, not being able to do the simple things that I'm used to being able to do by myself and have to rely on people to kind of help me with those things. It just, like you said, it just allows me to appreciate the small things and being out there every day with my teammates.
Absolutely. And you know what? We know your teammates love you. We know the fans love you, too. We got a lot of questions for you, Baron, so we got to get to the people who want to know. The people want to know, brought to you by Centura Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos and champions for the communities we serve. I guess it is the holiday season, so we got a couple of easy ones, but Tom wants to know your favorite Thanksgiving food.
Ooh, man. I think just everything. Okay. I love turkey. I love dressing. I love sweet potato or yams. Collard greens, you name it. As long as it tastes good, I'm going to eat it. Can't forget the sweet potato pie.
I know, I like it. Do you like your food touching? Some people don't like all their food touching.
I want it touching, rubbing elbows.
Just smush it all there. Mm-hmm. I love it. All right, well then Sarah wants to know your least favorite food on Thanksgiving.
Green bean casserole.
No, yeah?
No green bean casserole.
No. Okay. So collard greens, yes, but no green bean casserole.
No green bean casserole.
You don't like the flavor, the texture?
I don't think green beans and the word casserole should be together.
That's fair. I feel like they taste like wax. I'm not a big green bean person myself either. All right, I love it. Well, that's got me ready for Thanksgiving. We're ready. No green bean casserole here on Xfinity Monday Live. We got a lot more coming up here. That was the people want to know. Stick around because we got to talk to Barron about his sack dances, among other things.
Lord.
You know that's coming up. That's coming up next year. Barron, you knew I wasn't going to let you go without talking about the sack dances. All right, we love the sack. Well, it's always great when you sack Patrick Mahomes anyway. But this was one heck of a routine. You got to take us through. How'd you think of this one?
Oh, which one?
You know which one I'm talking about, the hip one.
I don't know, man. It happened in the moment. I was just vibing.
I liked it.
I was just vibing. I think I crossed the line when I put the hand on the ground. That was like a viewer discretion advised kind of moment. Yeah.
It needs the explicit warning.
Yeah.
My thought was Key and Peele would say that's one pump's too many, right?
Definitely. My teammates should have threw the flag on me, so I knew them. Yeah.
You know, Josie Joel's a little upset because he got fined for his outlaw guns, but he's like, but Barron did one pump too many.
Hey, I prayed. I said if I didn't get fined, I would chill.
You know what?
So I'm chilling on those.
The people loved it. It's what the people want. You got to give the people what they want. What goes into a sack celebration? Is it in the moment, or you think about this stuff beforehand?
Sometimes I think about it, but I feel like I'd be more so in the moment.
Okay.
Just whatever pop my head, I'm going to do.
You do it. I love it. I love it. We can't wait for the next one.
I can't either.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Something we saw that you were doing on the bye week, you're fly fishing. When did you get into fishing? Why do you like doing that?
I kind of grew up around it, but I never been fly fishing before until I came out here. So as I was learning how Colorado's pretty big in the outdoors, and I seen fly fishing, so I just wanted to get into it and try it out. And then ever since then, I loved it. And I do it as much as I can whenever I get opportunity. Yeah,
you were saying you got to be patient, right? When you grab the fish, that's a pretty big fish. How much that guy weigh?
I don't even know, but I was just happy.
Yeah.
Because that was the biggest fish one of the biggest fishes I done caught.
Do you have to convince your teammates to come with you?
I usually bring some teammates with me. Sometimes, majority of the time I go by myself, but if some teammates want to come, I'll invite them along with me.
I love it. That's fun. I love it. All right, well, Barron, this was so great. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're going to have a little bit more coming up with Barron on CBSColorado.com. Make sure you check that out a little bit later. And thank you for joining us, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, hello, everyone. Thanks for logging on to CBSColorado.com. Time for a few extra minutes with Broncos outside linebacker, the Sackmaster, Barron Browning. Barron, thanks so much for joining us today. When you look at what's going on, this 4-game win streak, there's a lot that goes into it, but we talk about closing out games, and that's something you guys have talked about for the past couple years. What is the factor? How did you guys get to that point where you figured out how to close out games, how not to lose them, but to win them?
That's a great question. I think just in preparation, just knowing, it's hard to win games in the NFL, and it's rarely that you can just win a game in the first 2 quarters. You have to play all 4 quarters to win a game in this league, so I think that's just been a point of emphasis for us. And just not knowing, especially since some games like this past game, we was down the whole game until, that last stop we got and that last drive we got. So, just not quitting until the clock strikes 0.
I feel like people have been saying, okay, well, how do you guys not get comfortable? I feel like it goes without saying, we know you guys aren't going to get comfortable, right, with 4 straight wins, but how do you keep staying motivated to just keep breaking in these wins?
I really think once you go back and watch the film, the Chiefs game, we should have blew them out. The Bills, we should have blew them out. So when you go back and watch games like that and you see how good you can be, I think it keeps, you just want to keep biting at the bit to keep getting better. So I think that's just been our attitude and our mindset, because even though we've been on this 4-game win streak, it's been a lot of things we could have done a lot better. So I think it's just about trying to clean up those things and play the best ball that we know we can play.
And then you got another exciting team coming in this week in Cleveland, but you got a rookie, Dorian Thompson-Robinson there. When you look at how to attack a rookie quarterback perhaps differently than a vet like Patrick Mahomes, what's the key to rattling a rookie a little bit differently?
We haven't really got too much in the game plan, but, I would think just, kind of put him in uncomfortable situations. Like you said, he's a rookie, so he hasn't seen everything. He hasn't had an opportunity to have a lot of experience, so we have to obviously take advantage of that and put him in situations that make him feel uncomfortable. One
thing that you guys have recaptured is home field advantage. What's it been like the past couple of games, the crowd winning at home?
Oh, man, it's been unbelievable. I mean, in my 3 years being here, I didn't hear the crowd be loud in games that we lost, so just hearing them being, it's just like a different energy, when with the vibe we have going right now with the win streak and just everything. I feel like they're the 12th man on the field, so I definitely appreciate Broncos country. Yeah, Broncos country, there's nothing more they love than their Broncos. It's been fun to see everybody get so excited. When you look at this locker room right now, where you guys are at, like you said, you've been here a few years already.
how different is the confidence level or than it has been in recent years?
I think just everyone's bought into, that we're not going to lose. Going into games, I feel like in the past it's kind of been like, I don't know, we might, I don't know what the game plan might be like. We might. It's never a question. It's never been a doubt in no one's mind, I would say, as far as going into these last 2 games. We're going to go win these games. We don't know what we have to do to win them, but we're going to find a way to win them.
I love it. One thing a couple guys have said in recent weeks is that they feel like this locker room is really close. This locker room is maybe even closer than ones they've been a part of. What is the can you take us through the vibe of the locker room from your perspective?
Oh, yeah, I think we have great camaraderie in the locker room. And like you said, our locker room is pretty close. And I can't speak too much for the offense side, but on the defense side, I would say we've been close the last 2 years I've been here. The defensive backs also go out each week and have their own dinner. They also invite guys, from the other groups. Some even like I think the D-line do their dinner groups. So we just spend a lot of time together outside, and we have like real relationships. So it's not just about football. It goes way beyond football.
What do you got to do to break into the DB dinner group? How do you get an invite if you're a pass rusher?
I got a great relationship with Jack, Jay Sims, so they invite us all the time.
Okay.
And just tell them you want to come there. Oh, yeah, come on through.
Oh, okay.
They're cool like
it.
that. So that just goes to show you just the love that we have for each other.
They make you pay for dinner, though?
Nah.
Oh, okay. We got a big matchup coming up. Ohio State, Michigan. We got to talk about it. What do we got here?
I'm rolling with Ohio State. What you mean?
Well, I know you're rolling. Well, I'm giving you a score prediction. What's going to happen?
I don't know. I haven't really been watching too much Ohio State.
Okay.
Just kind of staying up with our own stuff. So I don't know, man. I'm going to take the Buckeyes 34-20.
I love it, 34-20. What's your memories of playing in that game?
Just always kicking Michigan's ass.
Yeah. Always.
Oh, sorry. I probably.
That's okay. But is that always like a marquee? Was that like your favorite game? What was your favorite game in college? Favorite team to play?
I don't know. I always love playing Penn State. They always played us pretty tough.
Okay.
It was always some good games.
Okay.
Whether it was overtime winner my freshman year, I think we went to triple overtime.
Yeah.
That was a crazy game. Pretty much any game we played against Penn State was a pretty good game, so I always enjoyed playing against them.
I love it. Before we let you go, I want to talk to you a little bit about your foundation. It looks like your mom's a big part of it too. Could you let us know a little bit kind of about it and why you wanted to do what you do?
Yeah, so ever since to take it even far back, growing up, I always seen my mom just helping out. Like my mom's a administrator, and before that she was a teacher. So she always helped out students who was less fortunate, didn't have certain things. So I would see her all the time, taking coats to school or finding old clothes to kind of help out kids who didn't have it. So I think just from seeing that, it kind of made me want to kind of give back and do service work. So ever since my rookie year, I just kind of been doing service work. And I was just doing it out of my own pocket and stuff. And then one day my old teammate Bradley Cho was like, bro, you should create a foundation. So that's kind of just what really kind of helped me start my own foundation. So, and I just like to do a bunch of different things, from Children's Hospital to, I do a toy drive back home in my home town. Last year I did a turkey drive. I did a baby formula drive since it was a shortage on formula. So I just do a whole bunch of different things through my foundation, and I'm looking forward to continue to build it out here in the Denver community. I did a lot of stuff back home, but I kind of want to build it out here now as well, since this is my home.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. Well, we appreciate not just what you do on the field, but what you do off the field. That's so great that you're doing so much, Baron. Thank you so much for joining us. Good luck against Cleveland. Can't wait to see what sack dances we get out there. Thanks for joining us tonight, my friend.
Thank you.
Guys, thanks for logging on. We'll see you next time.